Students, today I will introduce a new poem here. This sower. See this sower man there. See that? So before that, you want to know Victor Mary Hugo. That means Victor Hugo. You want to know that the poet who written the sower. Victor Mary Hugo, 1802, 1885, was a French poet. Okay, novelist and dramatist of the Romantic movement. Right. Right. He is considered as one of the greatest and best known French writer. His best known works are acclaimed novels Les Miserables and Notre Dame de Paris, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. He also produced more than 4,000 drawings, which have since been admired for their beauty and due social concerns. So Victor Hugo, a great artist also, dramatist, poet, novelist, and also belongs to romantic movement, right? Is considered as one of the greatest figure in French writers. So his photo, the French poet, sower. What do you mean by sower? Malayalam? Anybody? Sower means വിത്ത് വിതയ്ക്കുന്നവൻ. In agricultural land, we scatter the seeds here and there. Similarly, see the picture? The sower hands filled with seeds and it is scattering now here and there. So that is a sower. The man who carry the seeds we can call sower. Here is an plowing the field. Yes, before cultivation, before put the seeds inside the soil, we should have to plow the land. We want to understand the land first. Then only we want to start cultivate the seed. Whether the soil is perfect or not. So plowing the field is very important. Plowing, bullock cart is going, a tractor is going to plow the land. Yes, sowing seeds. Okay, reaping, harvest. Yeah, that's the three words are here. Plowing the field, sowing the seeds, reaping the harvest. Yes, that is the three ways we are used in agriculture. Land agriculturists is used to do these things. First, to plow in the field. Second, sowing the seeds. Third one, reaping the harvest. Yes. The sons of earth never get tired. Yes. Read the poem and explore the concept. That means hard working. It's a hard working farmer we can see here and there. Even though they suffer too much in the society, but the hard-working farmers section pointed out by Victor Mary Hugo. So they are sons of the earth. They are considered farmers. We can call as the sons of the earth. And Victor Hugo agreed that never get tired. They are working very hard from dawn. That means dawn to dawn, from morning to evening. Yeah, up to that. That means without rest. That means even night also some farmers has cultivate their lands. Okay, read this poem and explore this concept. So before that, we must know that some of our students, some of our people are considered to be sometimes idle. They do not do any work. They will not interested in doing work. So here is we cannot see such kinds of person. He is very aggressive, very energetic. Even though he is tired, he is working very rigidly, confidently, plowing the field, sowing the seeds, and his ambition to reaping the good harvest. So you're working in the twilight itself. Twilight time. Twilight means Sandhya Samay. That time itself is working very hard for better harvest. So we can see here a hard-working farmer working in the twilight time also we can see from this dawn onwards, right? Seeing this, Victor Mario Hugo, we want to know Victor Mario Hugo, his idea about farmer, it's about painting, it's about the drama, everything is focused more about the poor section of the society. We know that he was a French writer and poet. Here he introduced a good poem. The name itself is quite different, The Sower. Before that, I would like to ask one question: that have you ever cultivated seeds? Have you ever worked in field? Did you? Right. Someone not. Right. So, what was your experience? Maybe you are tired, is it? Maybe you are hungry. Maybe you are thirsty. Maybe while you are working in the field, may you felt too much thirst. Maybe you are sweating. You see? Maybe you are irritating. Maybe you are bored. So many things. It was your experience. I don't know your experience. What was your experience? Can you share with us? Yeah, someone was very tired while they were walking in the hot sun. Is it? So sweating is one of the problems, and too much water. Maybe you're drunk. Is it? And your dress, shoes, or your hands is too much legs, too much, or said mud. Maybe dust or mud is covered with. So you must sometimes, if you are fresh, you are much irritated, but your experience, it's maybe your daily routine. Anyway, you can ask some of your near farmers or agriculturists what was their experience in the field while they're working. So actually, this son of earth here mentioned, Victor Hugo, from this we can understand the importance of agriculturists or cultivators in our earth. What is our man? This picture, a man is did something. What was his did? That means he did or he's sower the seeds. So we can call him as without a name, that is the sower, right? The sower doing what is he doing? He is plowing the field, then sowing the seeds. Now he is sowing the seeds. Now he is doing what he is doing? Sowing the seeds. In his one hand is a bucket with full of seeds, and in another hand he is trying to sowing the seeds in the plowing field. Maybe he is walking from the dawn, that means very early morning, near the sun's rise, then till he is walking in twilight. Twilight means that means Muvandi, that means Sandhya Samaya, like that. He's still walking. Most of the people are stopped the walking and gone to home, but still our sower sowing the seeds in the field. That means he is very hard worker. He want to collect more seeds, more harvest from his reaping in order to maintain the family. Maybe it's a big family, so you want to maintain the family, so you must hard work. And really, the poet is just watching with idle mind. The poet is sitting and watching the work of our sower. Poet is sitting with idle, whereas our sower is working very hard up to the twilight. And what he is doing, what is his mind, everything we want to know that, whether he is satisfied or not, that everything we want to know about this. See in the picture, Very good picture. So Victor Mary Hugo was a painter also. Have you ever painted a picture? Painted a picture? Have you ever painted a picture? Yes, someone is a great ability to paint the picture. Here is it. There's our dress also. You can see wearing cap, one bucket of seeds, and another hand is seeds sowing, and is see the wild field, and his shoes, pants, dress, caps. I think he's a mustache and beard man. Look like a poor. Most of the farmers belongs to the poor section. So he's working very hard. The situation, what is the situation? Our poet, Victor Mary Hugo, sitting and watching the work of the sower. And poet mind is idle, whereas the sower mind is confident and he want a good cultivation. So he working very hard in the field. Let us see that one. Sitting in a porchway cool. Yes, in a cool day, porchway or poet is sitting. The poet is looking, that poet is a speaker. Who is the speaker here? Poet. That means sitting in a porchway cool. Okay. Fades the ruddy sunlight fast. Yes, fades the ruddy sunlight fast. That means evening time is now over. Reddish fades means dim, dim, light dim. Reddy means here red color sunlight. That means red color sunlight comes in mostly in the evening during the same time of sunset. Very fastly this red sunlight color is dim. That means fades. Okay, that means evening. That evening time, our poet sitting in with the idle mind, sitting in a porchway. That means courtyard, and at cool evening time, cool now. Twilight, I told it that twilight is that now is the time is twilight. That means after evening, before night, there is a gap. That time is we can call that twilight. Twilight hastens on the rule. Now twilight is comes in the atmosphere. Everywhere now coming dark. Working hours are well nigh past. That is, almost all of them was stopped the working and gone their home and some other places. But our sower is still working in the field very hardly, very confidently, very energetically. So that is the first four lines we already seen. What is that? The poet is sitting in the porchway. That's a cool, enjoying the cool, no hot, with idle mind. That time the sunset is already fades. The reddish sunlight is fade very fastly. Then what is that? Twilights will come. That is, twilight means in between evening and night. Twilight hastens on the rule. Now twilight is comes, spreading twilight here and there in the atmosphere. Working hours are over. Everyone gone their places, gone to home. But our sower is still in the field, hard working, whereas poet is sitting with idle mind. Who is the speaker? The speaker is our poet. So here is one question comes out. Let us see one of the questions is there. What is this? Before cultivation, before sowing the seeds, that means you can get the answer from HSS Live Guru site. You must go there, question and answers there. See the question here. What are the various activities involved in farming? Yes, before farming, before sowing the seeds, you must do something in the soil. What are the things? Plowing. First one is plowing. The answer, the first question answer I will read now. That means plowing. Second one is sowing. Third one is manuring. Valamiduva. Then weeding. Weeding means kalabarikua. Then irrigations. That means water has to use. Then harvesting. That is last one, harvesting. So first one, plowing, then sowing, third one is manuring, fourth one is weeding, fifth one is irrigation, and the last one is harvesting. That is the first question answer. What are the various activities involved in farming, right? Then second, who is the speaker is sitting? The speaker is sitting in a porchway in a cool day. That means in a cool porchway, our poet is sitting. Okay. What time the day is it? I told the evening. Evening is now seen first, later into twilight. What time is the day at that time? It's a evening time. How can you understand? We can understand that is the reddish sunlight is fading fastly. Second line from this. All right, then fourth question is this. Okay, so here we can see the dedicated to his work. What is our sower doing? Dedicated to his work. That means till to light. He is not stopping the work. He still is working. Okay, let us see this second stanza. Shadows shoot across the lands. Yes, shadows. Shadow. Nighttime or twilight, we can see the shadows. Shadows are coming now. That means daylight is completely gone, and now comes twilight. Shadows shoot across the lands. We can see the shadows of people. But one sower lingers still. Yes. One sower, what they're doing? The farmer. We can say they don't call it as farmer here. We can write and sower only. Okay. The sower is still SOWR. Sower is still walking in the field. Okay. Old man in rags. Rags means that is dirty clothes. That means torn clothes, dirty clothes. The patient stand. The patient means with the patience. That means he is still working. If everyone go, no problem. I want to work. I want to work in the field. I want good harvest. That's why he is still patient. Stands looking on. I feel a thrill. That means poet feel a thrill. Why? Because of the dedicated to his work. That sower is dedicated to his work. So our poet is too much admire this sower, because most of the people are stopped the work and gone, whereas this particular the sower is still working in the field. Really, the dedication seen by poet from the side of the sower. Okay, then see that. Okay, then black and high heels silk out dominate this furrows deep. Now to sow the task in sets, soon shall come a time to reap. That is that. Black and high his silhouette. That means silhouette means this situations is this very dark. That means very high. High means it comes to be as that. His color also we can see is maybe black and very high to a person also we can say that. Dominated the furrows deep. Furrow means this mud. Now we can otherwise we can say that here another meaning is also there. That means dark comes in the soil. The black high means here dark, that means night, or in the twilight comes on the furrow, on the soil. Okay, very deeply. Now to sow the task is set. Actually, that time we want to stop the work, but still the sower is still working very hard. He never stopped the work. He is still working very dedicatedly. Soon shall come to time to reap. That means after few months, maybe the sower can reap the seeds. Okay, product or crop. Okay, marches along the plain, to and fro, here and there. That means marches. That means in the field, our sower walking here and there, or sowing the seeds here and there. That is marching. That means walking along the plain. Plain means here field, land. To and fro means move here and there, and scatters wide, scattering the seeds wide, scattering the seed, I mean sowing the seeds wide. From his hand, the precious grain. This precious grain means here crop, the seeds. That is the precious here. Actually, precious we consider as gold, diamond, or is a platinum, or other things we can, etc. We can consider as a precious thing. It's a jewels. But here, a farmer precious thing is not like that. Precious thing is the seeds, or here say that what is that? Here say that the precious grain is a grain. Grain means here dhanyam. That is means here seeds is considered to be some of precious things according to the sower. Sower considered the precious thing is this grain. That means seeds. Uh, Moody, I to see him straight. That means with the mood, I to see. That means poet also to see him straight. That means he is also poet also in idle work, whereas idle sitting in idle, but he is working very hard. That means poetic felt some kinds of shame. So what happened next? Darkness deepens. So darkness comes out. Gone the light. Light completely gone. Now twilight also goes to in the way of night. Now his gestures to mine eyes. That means his gestures. He tried to find out the place because it's a dark. So his eyes also use some gestures and actions. Or august and strange his height seems to be touch the starry skies. That means his ambitions here mentioned. He has his ambitions up to the skies. That means we can see the hard worker sower in the field up to that twilight time. So that's the end of that poem. Here is that porchway. Is a sitting place. Rudy. It is a reddish. Haste and fasten. Linker. What is linker here? There is a linker. That's it. Wish. Okay. Okay. Then precious. What is that? Moody. Straight song. Gesture action. August is comes to be as that one of this month. Okay. Dedicated his. But one sower lingers still. Why does the sowers linger? What does these words linger suggest about the sower? That is, it is a linker is here dedicated work. Why does the speaker feel the thrill? Yeah, poet is became very thrilled because of his energetic work. Okay. How does the sower go about performing his tasks? Seeing the silicoting growth of the sower. Okay. Then marching along these fields to and fro. To and fro means move here and there and scatter the seeds wide. The grain is considered to be as a precious. What is the precious things you mentioned? The grain is considered to be as a precious. Okay, that's the things also you must know that. And some of the resembling a rhyming scheme you want to know. ABAB is a rhyming scheme. Rhyming scheme is a ABAB. And some of these rhyming words are here. What is the rhyming words you can see here? Rhyming word is land, stand. Is it? Land, stand. Still, thrill. Deep, reap. Plain, grain. Wide, stride. Cage, height. Eyes, skies. See this? These are some of the rhyming words we should have to know that. So once again I read it. Sitting in a porch cool, fades the ruddy sunset, sunlight fast, twilight hasten on the roof, working hours as well high past. Shadows shoot across the land, but one soul lingers still, all in rags. His patience stands looking one. I feel a thrill. Black and high his silhouette diamonds the precious, furrow deep. Now to sow this task is set, soon shall come to time to reap. Marches is along this plain, to and fro, and scatters wide from his hand the precious grain, moody eyed to see him stride. Then darkness is deepens, gone the light. Now his gestures in mine eyes are august, and strange him slight height seems to touch the starry sticks. It is translated by Tarun Dutt. Actually, it's a poem of Victor Marie Hugo, a beautiful poem. You should know the importance of these poems, and we should know this. I told you some of the rhyming words. I told land stand, still thrill, deep reap, plain gain, wide stride, night height, eyes skies. And what is the rhyming scheme? The rhyming scheme is, what is that? A B A B. Yes. Then that is a sower. Sower. And the question answer, I already said that some of the jumble question answer is here. What is the question answer here? What are the various activities involved in farming? Plowing. Plowing means Malayalam. ഉഴുകുക. Sowing. വിതയ്ക്കുക. വിത്ത് വിതയ്ക്കുക. Then manuring. വളമിടുക. Weeding. കളപറിക്കുക. Irrigating. Then വെള്ളം ഒഴിക്കുക. Harvesting. കൊയ്യുക. So these are the steps that's in agriculture, related to agriculture. And these are the various, we can call it as a various activities done by agriculturists or cultivators. Their main aim was to a good harvest. Their main dream was to a good harvest. So they're working very hard for this. So that's why our sower was also working from dawn to twilight, early morning to after sunsets. He's still working. The poet is now too much admired. He likes the confidence of hardworking nature of this sower, that he's painted very beautifully here. You can see this. So that is a main thing, activities. I think you also try to plant some trees or some seeds here and there. It's a rainy season, is it? So could you please will do such kinds of activities in your plots, right? Okay. Who is the speaker sitting? That means one person is sitting and watching the sower. Who is that? Yes, our poet is watching. What is his mood? His mood is first is in idle, but later he likes, he gets some mood in the last, that is moody, says. First he is in idle, but he is inspired by the work of the sower. That is inspiration. The sower, what work is inspired by the poet. That's why he is beautifully composed, a beautiful form in front of us. So what is that? What time this day is? So in the poem writing, we have to, some mood is created. The atmosphere is very important. Here the atmosphere is considered as evening or twilight. I told twilight is actually the place time is called, what is that, 6:30, 7:30 or 6 to 7 we can call as what, twilight. Whereas in the evening it is a different time, we can understand this. And the night is also comes in difference. So here is a twilight is important, or evening. Evening is, I think it's evening is a very, which is the time day it is, this even late evening we can say that. Or twilight is the situations as is our sower did this work. It is so by our poet, and really he appreciated because of his dedication, we can see here. So it is also inspired us also, is it? So that's our poem, the sower. You should read it and find out the rhyming scheme and find out the rhyming word and write the question answer and appreciation in this HSS Live Guru. from here we can get it. All right. I think it's the time to wind up. Thank you very much. Take